and the date.
Grand Rising, Elizabeth. My name is Stacy Scott, and I'm a registered nurse with Mindful Living for Life. And I am here today to welcome you all to the Health and Wellness Show with me and the co-host, Sister Deitra. And just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a lot of stuff that we'd like to share with you today, and we're very eager to share it.
And today is April 9th, 2024.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
That was great.
Yesterday, that was
I
great.
didn't know you was a registered nurse. I didn't learn something today.
Right.
I said, it's all in the sharing. Like, okay.
That's right. That's true. You know, and speaking of sharing, I would love for each of you to like, share, and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok with Go Herbal Arise. That's Go Herbal Arise. That name, you can find me on those 3 platforms. Yeah, follow me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And okay, you know what? Stacy, I'm going to let you tell me, should I do oracle reading or should we go right into our lesson presentation today?
Yeah, you can do an oracle reading. Absolutely.
Okay. All right, great.
While
Okay.
you get ready, Deitra, Stacy, where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook under Stacy Scott, and also my business page is under Stacy L. Scott, and also on Instagram under Mindful Living.
Okay, Stacy Scott on Instagram. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All righty. Thank you.
All right. So I'm taking a moment right now to get in the oneness with these cards. So I'm going to pick them and see what we get today. All right, here we go. Ooh-wee. Okay, the card today is let me take it off of this so you guys can see it because this is an interesting card. Let me see here. Let's see. I don't want a background. Okay, I don't. Jeez. Okay, choose blur. I'm trying to take the background off so you can see the card. Come off. Just come off. I know y'all hear me
right there.
this, right? Oh, really? Okay, great. Good. Okay, well, the card today is Aunt Nancy, and she is the goddess of betrayal. I don't know. Can y'all see that?
Did you say betrayal? Oh, she
Betrayal.
looks like a Nancy. There's a god named a Nancy.
A what? A gun?
There's a god named a Haitian
Oh,
god.
God. Okay. All right.
Nancy.
Well,
Yeah, I've heard of that. I've seen that in the show. Gods, something dealing with the gods.
and she looks like, I mean, I'm just looking at the picture. She looks like a spider or something.
Yep.
You know?
They're spiders. Yep.
That looks scary.
I know. All right. Well, let's see what Aunt Nancy has to say to us today. Okay, Aunt Nancy is the shadow of betrayal. She is of the Shadows Temple, and she is the air element, is of the air element. Anansi or Waku Anance, the Akon trickster god and sacred clown, snuck into our global folktales. She snuck into them. While Gullah Geechee children, and I don't know if you've heard of the Gullah Geechee, some of you might have, but we have a segment of them down in is it South Carolina or
the South
yeah,
the coastal line.
yes, exactly. And it says, while Gullah Geechee children heard tales of Aunt Nancy, the tricky spider woman, my Guyanese parents entertained us with Nancy stories about a witty teen spider. Her guidance is, who really betrayed you? Betrayal from others mirrors you betraying yourself. Whoa. It always comes back to ourselves, doesn't it? Okay, and then the embodiment is Betrayal is a web that disrupts everything you thought you knew. Let me say that again. Betrayal is a web that disrupts everything you thought you knew. Use discernment in your relationships. Betrayal makes it difficult to trust, but without trust, your relationships are a lie. Trust that no matter what happens and no matter how long it takes, you will survive and thrive. The real question, how have you betrayed or abandoned yourself? Ooh, that's interesting.
deep.
It is, right? The goddess declaration is, I am willing to know the truth. That's deep too. Because sometimes I don't know if we always want to know the truth.
I know, right?
Yeah, but that's our reading for today. Does anyone have anything to share?
You know, I want to say for everything that you think is actually scary, especially when it comes to these goddesses and deities, when you really realize that it's really more a reflection of self and ego, and how to
Yes.
turn it back into you. It's like there's nothing, we fear a lot of things, and it's like, okay, the things that you're fearing are actually things you're fearing of your darker self. It's like we talk about so much about love and light, but we have a dark side, and it's like it's
We
not
do.
a bad thing, it's that ego. And once you learn to deal with yourself and that ego, Michael Jackson had a song, the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror, deal with
Right.
it. Then it's like you really realize there's nothing to fear. Like what they say, it's nothing to fear but fear itself.
Yes, exactly. Oh, that's a good share, Danielle. Thank you. Yes. You
But
know,
also realize they're putting this stuff all in front of our face, because American Gods, I think I gotta look up, I think that's the name of the show, American Gods. But that's where I heard of a Nancy as a man. And if you look, sometimes you find stuff that's deities that they show as masculine and feminine, or there's a feminine side and there's a masculine side as well. But
yeah.
I'm gonna look that up because I think it's called American Gods. I think it's
Yeah,
called
it's on HBO.
Okay, thank you. American Gods. Where they put stuff right in your face. I'm saying it
Right.
like
Yeah, you
Right.
have to really sit down and listen to that.
I know, right? Because it's interesting how when we read these different cards, even when there are some that can be a little disturbing, it comes back to us. It always comes to me. I'm the only one that can do these things. I mean, Aunt Nancy, her spidey senses or whatever, I have it too. I have whatever she has, I have. That's just amazing. Well, welcome everyone. Reverend Omani and Sister Sharonda and Mama Evelyn and Sister Joy.
Grand Rising, ladies.
Yeah, Grand Rising. Does anyone else have anything to share? If not, we're gonna move on. We have a health and wellness series we're starting today. Now, thank Sister Stacy, because she presented this to me and I thought it was a great idea. So we're gonna discuss 3 points today. And we'll start with present moment, non-judgmental awareness, and letting go of attachment. Those are 3 big things to look at. Each of us should. I know I do. I have already, but it's a continuous process. It's not something you can do one time and move on. I'm still looking at them.
Yeah.
So, Stacy, you want to kick it off?
So we'll kick it off with the number one, present moment awareness. And maybe we'll get through all 3 of them. Maybe we won't. It just depends on how much collaboration we have. The present moment awareness deals with mindfulness, intentionally directing your attention to the present moment. And by doing that, you're noticing your thoughts, your feelings, Also, you notice your body's intentions and the environment without getting caught up in them or reacting automatically. So by cultivating present moment awareness, you can develop a greater clarity, focus, and insight into your inner experiences. And so I was digging a little deeper and trying to figure out, okay, so what is some benefits that we can experience from some present moment awarenesses? And feel free to interject at any time by putting your hand up. But one of the benefits that we can benefit, one of the things we can benefit from having a present moment awareness is reduce stress.
Yes.
Yes. By focusing on present moment mindfulness, it helps to quiet the mind and reduce rumination, or what they call it, when you ruminate over something, when you're thinking about it, when you ruminate over the past events, or you worry about things that are going to happen in the future. So by doing that, this can lead to significant, or by, being aware of this, it can lead to a significant reduction in stress levels and promote a greater sense of calm and relaxation. And
yes, and I would like to add a little something on that too.
Mhm.
Is that when we first mentioned present moment, is that it came to my mind is that is all we have. We don't have the past is gone, the future is not here, so we only have this moment. And so I guess for me, when I think about that, it's like, just enjoy whatever is going on in this moment. My thoughts, whatever is coming, just accept it. That's it. Accept it.
Mhm.
Because everything is not going to be good, but in this moment, that's all it is. That's all I have. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a big piece of being mindful. And it takes practice being mindful.
Yes.
And I think that was one of the things that drew me to think about my business name, Mindful Living for Life, because it encompasses everything in life. Taking that mindfulness and putting it into practice is more than a notion. It takes some doing. It takes some thinking, some thoughtfulness, and
Yes.
it takes some in the moment practice. Like, example for me, when I have triggers that come to me that happened to me in the past, and somebody says something to me that triggers what happened to me in the past, all of a sudden, if I don't practice mindfulness, I will go there and one second flat. And I would
hang out there.
Yeah, I would say some things that I should not say. And then when you get to that point, I know you guys probably heard the saying, you can say some things that hurt people and you can't unring that bell.
You can't. You really can't. That's right.
You can't undo that. All you can do is hope for the best after that and pray that the situation works itself out and the relationship mends itself, because you can do some things in the heat of the moment by not being in the moment and noticing, what is it that I'm feeling here?
Right.
I had to ask myself that many times. What was it that they said? Was it one word, two words, a whole sentence? What was it that they said that took me there so fast?
Yeah, that's important to check in with ourselves,
I have to check in with myself. And I found myself doing it over and over, but I also find myself going back and having that trigger hit me again over and over as well. So mindfulness is definitely a practice that we must do every day. I mean, all day.
I just want to jump in here for a quick second. Apple, one of the reasons why I love Apple is because they structure their technology around the whole person and the whole body. They actually have a mindfulness app free and built into their platform, their fitness platform, where if you could actually go on your watch or go on your phone and do like 1 minute of mindfulness, you can attach that to your Apple Music playlist, and literally press a button and sit there and breathe. It actually tracks your
Wow.
breathing for a minute to get a sense of mindfulness. Also, in the Apple Fitness app, they actually have mindfulness meditation built into their fitness platform as well. So it's, it might be in there for Fitbit, same thing. I don't know about Samsung or Androids because I'm not an Android girl. So I don't know, but it's something worth taking a look into. Look into your technology, your phones, and see, it might be something that's already built into the phone to help you start putting mindfulness into your day.
Yeah, that's very
That's right. And I would like to add too, because I don't use what you shared, Danielle, which was good. Thank you for sharing that. But I find I take time for mindfulness when I'm washing dishes or just little things I do every day. I'm gonna get up and take a shower. My shower time, oh my goodness, it's like it's just me, most times. But right, right. But
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just got what she said.
I tell you,
Sometimes, okay?
Deitra be sneaking them little things, and it's
Right.
like so
Deitra,
subtle.
sometimes you're not in there alone.
Right. I want to speak the truth. Didn't we talk about truth talk?
I love you, Deidre. I love you for sharing. Okay.
Right. But it's those times when I have time to be mindful. Just take time to really be in the moment. And I can get those times. So it's other ways you can do it too if you don't have an app or whatever.
I mean, sometimes when I'm in my car, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can take a deep breath and on your lunch break, instead of rush, take a moment to just, okay, I got to my
Yes.
destination safely, and let me just
Woosah.
stop for a second, or I know I'm constantly going. So sometimes I have to stop and just be like, okay, let me just breathe. Let me listen to some music. Let me do something to be mindful and present, because that rush, I know I can't stand it.
Exactly.
I do have to take a break from technology. Shoot, my watch will remind me to, after every hour of work at a desk, we're supposed to stand up and get some sort of movement going on
That's true.
instead of just sitting at the desk for 2 and 3 hours. You got to break that stuff up. So
Yeah.
That's true.
Sister Deitra and ladies, shower time can be nice. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So I was talking one time and I was like, "Brrr," and then this lady, she said, stop. And she said, let's take 3 breaths. I don't know if y'all want to do it now. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe it out. She said, do it again. She said, do it again. And I
Oh,
did
I
feel a little
love
bit
that.
better.
Thank you.
I
For
did feel a little
sure.
bit better. I was like, okay, I might need to start doing that again. But Stacy, can you give us a example of what you're talking about as well?
Related to what in specific about them?
The first point.
The first point was the benefits of being in the present moment or having present moment awareness. And the first one was it reduces your stress by focusing on the present moment. And it helps you quiet your mind, reduce ruminations on the past and the future, and helps you not to worry about them. And it leads to a significant reduction in stress levels. And it promotes a greater sense of calm and relaxation.
Yes.
Mama Evelyn
Okay,
has her hand up as well.
I'm hearing like, write the vision and make it plain. If we keep reverting back, because I know sometimes that can be kind of hard. So,
Yes.
this is good. I love y'all.
I
Yes.
love you too.
And that's what we were
love
saying. It is hard. And that's why we have to practice.
Okay, Mama Evelyn.
I think a couple of examples of that lately is when I get up, I don't just get up, I sit on the side of the bed for a minute and think about how I'm feeling. And also yesterday, I had to stop at a gas station, and because I had gotten some groceries from Kroger and I needed a ice. Just put the ice with the bag so that because I was going to pick up RJ and we were going to watch the eclipse. So when I went in there, everything was nice and clean and fresh, and there was my nemesis, Butterfinger. What is that? Butterfinger bars.
Mm.
It was
Yum.
there. It was there, and I said, "Do you want to give in the moment right now and eat this, or do you want to say no? You want a better health?
Mm.
No. Do you want to eat this? Do you want to give in right now? No, I'm not going to give in right now." So
Okay.
that decision in the moment, and I felt good about it.
Good for you.
That comes into
I'm sorry, Star can't put her hand up, but she has her hand up. So if you want to call on her.
Okay.
I don't know where my hand went. It's no longer on the computer. It's just gone. I don't know.
I'm sorry, that was funny.
I didn't hear all that Stacy said before I came on, and I want to say something in reference to what Deitra said about things that come at you that it may not be good. I choose to see that everything that comes at me is good because no matter what I think that it might or might not be, God is always working for our good.
Mhm.
And if I wasn't in the frequency for it to come to me, then it would not have come. So if it comes, then it is something that I need to look at within myself to see why it came.
Mm.
And so that's just the way that I choose to see things. That's what I wanted to share.
that was good.
Okay, Sister Star, I want to ask a question because it happened this morning that I would look at something as not being necessarily a good thought, but it might be just like you said, it came to me for a reason. And it's not a bad thing, it's just the way I'm conditioned, it didn't feel right.
Mhm.
The thought was about a person who I was told was not a person of integrity that I have had dealings with, but I saw some paperwork from them, an email or something, or some paperwork that they gave me. That I said that person's name came up because I read the email. I'm like, and that thought of them not being of integrity came to my mind. So it wasn't a good thought about that person. It was a real thought, but it wasn't a good one. But then I had to look at myself. What part of me drew that thought? I don't know if am I going too deep with it or what.
No,
Oh,
I
you're
think
not.
Not according to that spider goddess.
Right.
yeah.
Be
So,
picking up on your spidey senses. I mean, you got what the person said, but sometimes you got to make your own judgment of people. So
yeah,
that's where that intuition and that gut intuition and be like, okay, how do I feel about what do I feel about this person? Because we can
right.
see things with people and stuff all the time. Somebody else experienced with somebody else in a different point of time may have been at that point in time. That person may have evolved over the years, over the months, over the years into a whole different person. And somebody else is giving you the person they dealt with 5 years ago.
Exactly.
Right
Okay.
now. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you for that. Thank you for that. Yes.
Because I'll
I
be honest,
was
I've been that person. So I can be honest. I've been that person. So I'm like, okay, I was not in the same space as I was then than where I am now. And if you come to me, if you really feel that strong about that person, go to them and ask them about whatever the situation be and let them share with you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, either they're gonna tell you the truth or they're gonna tell you a lie. Your gut will tell you which one it is.
Right. That's true.
Star.
Well,
we
go ahead.
we are not because we are not allowed to judge anyone, not even ourselves, because God does not judge.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
They could be, something could have happened where their integrity or whatever was not in place like we think it should be.
Okay.
But what we do not know, and that God does, is everything that that person has been through. We don't know at any given moment what a person is going through. You might say something to your that you don't feel was anything damaging.
Uh-huh.
However, it was damaging to them.
Mm.
And so that is why we can't judge anybody.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yes, you had that thought. Yes. However, how deep that thought goes is up to you as to, okay, so I am going to see this person as a negative thing for quite some time, or I'm just going to see what I see at this moment. What I see at this moment, does that mean that that is always what I think of this person? It is just that we cannot do business right now
Right.
because of
Right.
the way that I feel, this gut feeling that I have right now.
Well, you
But
know what?
taking it from that, the way that you feel from that moment,
Uh-huh.
it makes the difference because we are all one.
We are. That's true. But you know what? I walked away from that with a prayer for that person and myself to release it, just release it. So I left the situation very wonderful. But I realized that, like you said, to judge somebody or is judging myself. So I walked away with just prayer for myself and that person. So I'm at peace, totally at peace with the whole situation. Because if there does another time that person comes or makes a phone call to me, or it might be a whole different situation. I don't know. Like you said, people, they're being worked on, and like me, I'm being worked on. So I'm just at this point just patient with the process.
Yeah. So that leads into the one of the other benefits of present moment awareness, and it's actually the third one. I'll bounce to the third one instead of the second one because we're right there in that vein. But it talks about having enhanced emotional regulation. So present moment awareness encourages non-judgmental acceptance of one's thoughts, feelings, and sensations. This can help individuals develop greater emotional resilience and flexibility, allowing them to respond to challenging situations with equanimity and compassion rather than reactive emotionality. And I looked up that word equanimity, and it means that it is the mental state characterized by emotional balance, stability, and inner peace. And that's what you were talking about, Deitra. You have that inner peace, particularly in the face of challenging, difficult situations. And it involves a calm and even-minded composure, regardless of external events or internal experiences.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
You had something to share?
Equanimity. That equanimity.
Equanimity.
Spell it for me.
EQUANIMITY.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then the second benefit, which was of present moment awareness, is improved mental clarity. Yeah, improved mental clarity and concentration. So mindfulness practices enhances attentional control and cognitive flexibility, allowing individuals to focus more effectively on tasks at hand. By doing that, this can lead to improved decision-making, problem solving, and overall mental clarity. Now, who don't want a clear mind?
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Mental clarity. Your cognition is everything, you know, your mental clarity and concentration. How many of us, I'm sure we can all raise our hands, has had times where we felt like we couldn't concentrate.
Right.
There's so much on our mind, we could not focus and concentrate. And then
Right.
like we're all over the place.
Exactly.
By doing this, enhancing, being attentional, paying attention to the control that you have over your mind and focusing is very, very important. Because I
Yeah.
think for myself, it's one of the things my pastor always say, stay focused. So that's very intentional, stay focused. Because you can be all over the place and not focus on what's really important. What's the utmost importance. And your mind, mind, body, soul, and spirit, the mind is of the utmost important, because without it, you can't do nothing else with the rest of it.
I know that's right.
So mindfulness is very, very, very important.
Yeah, because if I can chime in here real quick, sometimes when I have a lot on my mind, I can't sleep, I can't eat, or my food goes down horribly.
Yes.
So it's that mind is something, you know, having a lot on it and being in the present moment is key. You know, just letting everything, you know, because a lot of things on our mind, we're worried about the past, we're worried about the future, you know, whatever. But you don't have to worry about anything in the present moment. I mean, if it's something happening, deal with it or not deal with it, whatever, make a choice. We have a choice.
Worry is not good for our kidneys. Worry is not good for the body, period. I have an aunt that she tells me all the time, I worry about me, about you. I was like, I need you to stop.
I know.
You can pray for me, you can love me. I need you not to worry. She was so worried about me and her children and everybody during the pandemic. She developed ball palsy, where, kind of like a stroke-ish thingy, but not, but like her whole right side of her face end up drooping. I mean, it's much better now, but that's from worry. I'm like, what are you worried about? Like,
I know.
People get mad at me because I don't worry. You're not worried about your finances? No, because I know what's the point? I remember worrying about stuff back in the day to the point where, like you said, I'm up all night worrying about it's not a good feeling, it's not good on the body. And once you just let it go and just, like you say, woosah, it's things manifest. Once you learn about manifestation, how that works, it's like, you know what? Why am I sitting here and put this energy towards worrying when I could put it towards manifesting what it is that I'm working?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
so
right.
yeah, I've seen that happen, and no, we not doing that.
Right. Good point. Good points.
So I have the first one.
Star says worrying is like praying for the worst outcome. Right.
Yeah, I like that. Right.
That's so true. So true. So the fourth benefit of being in the present moment awareness is greater self-awareness. Mindfulness cultivates a deeper understanding of one's self, including your thoughts, emotions, and behavioral patterns. That's a biggie for me. Behavioral patterns. I got some behaviors. Like they say, you got to deal with that. I got to deal with that. I got some behaviors. This self-awareness can promote personal growth. Yeah, personal growth and development. It's been one of the things that I've been focusing on for the last 6 years. Self-development, personal growth is real big. And also self-acceptance and a more authentic and fulfilling life. Improved relationships. By being fully present in interactions with others, individuals can develop deeper connections, empathy, and communication skills, which is really important.
Very important.
Yeah, it enhances listening skills. And to me, that's real important, because in the line of work that I do as a nurse, sometimes the patients say, that they feel like you're not listening to them,
Mm,
you know, and you can just like while I'm talking right now, you hear what I'm saying, you hear and all this kind of stuff, but are you really listening to what I'm saying?
right.
To the point where you can put some action behind it. Because if a patient says to me, you're not listening, then I'm not taking the time to take some deep thought into what they're saying so that I can actually do something about it.
Right.
Listening is doing something about something. Just hearing something, you can hear stuff all around you all day long, but listening is very, very key because it brings about action and it makes people feel heard.
Yes, yes,
You want to
yes.
feel heard, and only a listening skill can do that because it allows you to have empathy and even nonverbal communication. So it's fostering healthier and more satisfying relationships.
Yeah, because a patient, if they're being listened to, they would definitely feel better leaving. It can heal their body or whatever they're going through. It can do wonderful things when they feel they've been heard.
Yeah.
So that's a blessing.
Yeah. And that takes skill.
Right.
Because it's like you have to drown out everything around you and focus on what they're saying and saying in your mind while they're talking. You're thinking about how am I going to solve this problem while I'm listening? You know, you're not thinking about, oh, hurry up and get done talking. I'm tired of hearing you. That means you're just hearing, you're not listening. Go ahead, Danielle.
Okay, I just want to share. I'm a Landmark graduate, and it took me going to Landmark. They have something called the already always listening, which means that in our minds we already kind of you're listening, but you're already pre-shattering, pre-thinking what the other person is saying while they're saying it, and it's the clutter in your mind while you're listening, and it's
Right.
practice to be able to sit there and listen with a clear mind and not because I'm analytical like you, Stacy, as a caregiver. I'm listening to you, but I'm processing, the schedule, the this, the that, the blah 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 blah. And I'm like, it took me going to Landmark, the 3-day session and also the communication course to cut that out and just be a blank canvas to listen to what the other person is saying. And yeah, it takes some practice. It really takes
You know what?
some
Oh, she
practice.
has her hand up. Joy.
So, and I just want to pose the question, when you all are really listening, are you in the present moment? Do you think you all are in the present moment?
When you're really listening, you are in the present moment because that's what's going on, is what you're hearing plus listening to. It's the two together. You hear it, but you're listening.
Right,
It's
exactly.
definitely present moment. Absolutely.
Because I will say that listening or asking my husband, who is a counselor, I think he's supposed to prepare for his next client and all that. He said, no, I have a blank sheet. I come with a blank page. So I'm going to hear, even though I know things about the client, I'm going to come willing to, with an empty vessel, so to speak. I'm going to get more from this person. I'm going to give more, but it's going to be new. It's a new day, a new time. I said, wow.
Yeah,
So
that's beautiful.
it
That
is.
is
Oh
a
my goodness.
skill. That is a blessing for the persons that are coming, his patients, or that come in,
Yes.
to know that they can walk into nothing.
Right.
No-
Exactly. No judgment. No
right.
judgment.
There's nothing, even though he knows stuff from the past,
Right.
being able to just come there and that is precious. I'm telling you, that is
It
precious.
is.
The book, The Power of Now, might be something that we all want to check out.
Well, that's a good book. Good book.
Power of Now took me through a very, very trying time in my life. And whenever I would go to the past, or, well, what are people going to think? Oh, or what is it going to be like? I would come back to, you're okay right now. Come back.
Yes.
Come back right now. You're breathing, you're not in pain, or even if you were in pain, deal with what is right now. And that thing, oh my God, it helped me. Joy, your hand is up, Joy.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean that. Cancel that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a powerful book. I really encourage each of you to get that book, because that
Yes.
bringing it back to the power, because they talk about the power of it now, not just come back to now. They're telling you it's power in that.
Power in it.
There's
Wow.
power in that, because you can't do a damn thing about the past.
Not a thing.
You
Gone.
can't do a damn thing about the future. One, because neither one of them exist.
Right.
You know,
Right.
only
And
in
always remember that, what I do in the now is going to build the future on its own.
my
So,
future now.
Yeah.
right, right,
Future
exactly.
now. My future
So
now.
just stand in the now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And some things that we say, and I think it was, yeah, Stacy was saying some things is you say it and you can't take it back.
Right.
What was that they would say about sticks and stones may break my
Break my
bones?
bones.
Her names will never hurt me. That's not true.
Hmm.
That's not true.
Right.
That is not true, because I've been hurt by more than that, because you hit me, I'll pop you back, and I don't
Right.
fight like this either. Okay, I fight.
Yeah.
But some things, and it could be my son the other day, we had a little word back and forth, and so then the next day we talked about it. We took a ride, and so we would say, okay, we can talk about what had happened. And it was, and most of it was, I said, but you called me something. It wasn't what the topic was. I said, but you called me something. You said
Yes.
I was blah. And that's what caused me to turn around and respond. It wasn't what you said. It was you called me something that obviously others experience, or like I said, well, anyway, the thing is that the words, and then I say it, and I say, you can say it so nasty.
Oh, goodness.
So,
Goodness.
but in that, there was apology, and then I was able to apologize. Me too. I'll do better, and I'll do better as well, for that subject to be cleared in the moment, and not drag it out and stuff, but that power of now is, oh, I live it.
Well, you know what? Star's comment earlier came to mind when you just shared what happened, is that we can't judge. We don't have the power. They don't have the power to judge us, really. They can't. So it's interesting when we feel a certain way, but then know that that's not even possible. I mean, it's like that's a big thing to do, but we can do it. We can realize that this can't even happen. They can't judge me. Whatever they're saying, it doesn't have any meaning. It doesn't mean anything. I know that's deep,
Well,
but
yeah, I'm gonna take because if it hits you, if it hits you, it's there. It's not that that's not, and it may not be true of you, but the saying, that's when I said, when you said this, because we need to get that clear, so you don't do that anymore. Because when you said that, that's what triggered me. And but being able to have the conversation about it,
okay.
so that does not come out, and so I can clear that was not my intention,
Right.
And then, he wrote me something and he said, I'll do better at this. And I didn't know this, We was able to have that conversation so that we don't go there again.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay,
Don't go
that's
there
good.
again. Right. And let's clear it right now. Because if somebody says something about me and I'm right there, I'm going to correct you if I feel I need to. If it ain't,
Okay,
but if they made a judgment and you don't feel like that is fair, then I think you should correct that, so that one now, because I told somebody, I said, wow, you really think that way? You know? And that wasn't about me. It was how they responded to some things, and they were saying, "Na, na, 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 na." And I said, wow, because I've seen that person do it before, but I didn't know that that is really how she calculates things to come to
Mm,
a conclusion. And I said, wow, you really do think like that, And so now we can work on changing the way because of the way it affected her,
right,
think of it this
right.
way, because it didn't bother me when that person said that, but it
Mhm.
bothered her. So it's not wanting to drag things along. Because I told
Right,
that I'm gonna share this with my son. I said, I'm gonna share this. I said, because I need to be complete with that. I need to be
right,
totally complete so we don't never bring this up again. We can have some new stuff.
right, right.
Yeah. And yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we have about two more to go. We may have time to get through both of them. But the fifth benefit of present moment awareness, dealing with mindfulness, is enhanced physical well-being. Present moment awareness has been associated with numerous physical health benefits, including one that I need: reduced blood pressure, improved immune function. And immune function is very, 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 very important because that's where our microbiome in our gut, and that controls a lot, and sometimes we don't realize how much our emotions play a part of our physical health. And
Right,
it helps you sleep better, get better quality sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It also reduces the symptoms of chronic. Now, we're not talking about acute pain, something that just hits you and then it's gone. We're talking about long-term pain and inflammation.
Yeah.
It reduces it. So enhanced physical well-being is very, very important, but that's, again, staying in that present moment, being
yes.
present in that moment. Because one thing I realized that I didn't know, I found this out the other day. When the doctor took my blood labs about a year ago, you know how cortisol levels is related to two different diseases. One is called Addison's disease, and one is called, what is the other one? Was it Crohn's, Addison's, and I forget the other one. But anyway, one of them make you fat and one of them make you skinny. And the cortisol level, when it's high, I believe you can gain weight.
Yeah.
But when they took my cortisol level, it was normal. And I'm like, but that's not the reason why I can't lose weight. And your cortisol levels go up when you're stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
And what I didn't know that I found out the other day is that you cannot know what your cortisol levels are at one given time because of the fight or flight thing that's going on in your body and mind, how we react. So I can go get my blood drawn at 8 o'clock and my blood levels come back normal. 8:15, I go out and get in an argument with it and they shoot through the roof.
Yeah.
Isn't that some?
Or
Wow.
Stacy, some people have doctor office anxiety. I know I do. My blood pressure can be perfect outside the doctor's office, but the moment I step in to take a test, to get a blood pressure, it's a certain anxiety. I don't like doctor's offices. I just
Yeah.
don't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm looking for a new doctor, somebody that maybe diffuses lavender oil when I come in, because I'm like, I don't like the doctor's office. I just,
Okay. Yeah.
so certain your environment, you know, places, there's it's a real thing. but also, like you said, mindfulness, that's why I love yoga, because it focuses you to focus on the connection between the breath and the body, and
Yes.
just be present in the moment of what's going on right here, right now. Um, and I love events like Trap Yoga, which start that Trap Yoga Wednesdays start, I think, when it gets warm in May. Just get an hour of Wusa to just let
Yes.
everything go and then just focus on you. That's why I love exercising. I get to focus on me and nothing else, nobody else, not the client, not the what, but I wanted to piggyback on something that you said earlier about the communication, especially the nonverbal communication. I'm a ballroom dancer and I love ballroom dancing because it is the unspoken word. It's a beautiful art, dancing art form between man and woman of nonverbal communication. There's over 1,000 moves that he need to do. All I need to do is know how to do the step, be pretty, and learn how to twirl, follow his lead of twirling
Right.
and dipping, or
Right.
what dealing with everything else. And I'm like, that's why I made a comment on my page. I'm like, okay, my next relationship, he gonna have to learn how to ballroom dance with me, because if we get
Yes.
upset or get angry or have any tension between us, you can work all that out in a
Yep. In the
very nice,
dance.
intimate way without having to say anything. It's like, okay, let's just dance this out. I do it with my Uncle Harold. He get pissed at me all the time. And I'm like, when the tension is so high between us and we can't get business done, he'll be like, okay, I need you to come and just dance with me. Okay,
Oh,
let's
I
dance
love
it out.
that.
Let's dance it out, because whatever it is, it needs to come out in that nonverbal communication. So I just wanted to share it's out here: art therapy, dance therapy, breathing, yoga, Pilates, meditation. I'm like, it's all about being in that present moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Danielle, you said the woman, she does all the steps. Let me tell you, or he does all the steps. I've seen the
He
brother.
has to know all the
Yes,
codes. You gotta know how to do it.
I've seen the brother stand there, and all he did was just, direct it, and she was jamming and stuff, and all he do is just take her around, and he'd be standing there so fine.
I know.
And
Just
as
I
a
know.
Leo, it's one of my
moving.
favorite dances because I get to be pretty. I'm like, let me be pretty. You
Yeah,
teach me. So I love dancing with somebody who knows how to dance.
yeah,
I don't
Exactly.
like if the newbies. I don't want to dance with the newbie because they don't know. They don't have the confidence up. They don't know what they're doing. I'm like, okay. And you could tell in the confidence of a man who knows how to ballroom dance from the way
Oh,
they
yes.
and it's a certain confidence level that you can just pick them out. Oh, he knows how to do. He Even though they just standing around and they're standing around looking at you to see what you know. And
Exactly.
I did it this past Saturday, hanging out with Sharonda and Willamisha and at Burt's, and I'm like, they can tell once you start moving, then they can go, oh, she knows what she doing. She can follow me without me saying something. Okay, let me get a little
Exactly.
fancy. I mean, a guy did a little shimmy. I was like, I've never had a guy do a shimmy with him. I was like, come on, let's do it. Whatever you want me to do, let me follow you. So I love any woman that's looking to bring a mate into their life. I encourage them, go learn how to ballroom dance. Go learn how to ballroom dance. If you learn the basic stuff of ballroom dancing, you can find that guy that can lead you nonverbal.
Right.
It's a trick to that. I'm like, okay.
Oh, good take.
It's
Good
funny
sharing.
that you said that, because dancing for me all my life has been a stress reliever, and I loved ballroom. And like you said, I thought I was the only one. I want a man that know how to ballroom, because I love the ballroom, and it's a stress reliever. And so, yeah, dancing has always done that for me, from modern dance to hustling to, yeah, I love it.
mm-hmm,
Oh, that's cool.
mm-hmm.
Let's see.
So we
We're
have
actually
one more.
coming up on the hour.
We have one more to go, and we should take this up right up to the hour. So
Okay.
the last benefit of being in the present moment, or present moment awareness, is increase resilience and coping skills. So mindfulness practices helps individuals develop resilience and coping skills to navigate life's challenges more effectively. By cultivating a non-reactive and accepting attitude toward difficult experiences, individuals can bounce back more quickly from adversity and maintain a sense of inner strength and balance. Yeah. Coping,
Nice.
coping.
My
Yeah.
coping skills.
Skill. Don't forget the skill part.
Your coping
Like I said, we
skills.
get to practice every day. We get to practice every single day.
Every day.
Moment.
Sometimes
Just
it's just
imagine if we mastered all of these skills. How good would that be?
My husband, we're at this point now where when he's asking questions, because anyway, when he's asking questions, so I've started this when he's asking a question, instead of me going, well, all this long thing, I say, I've gotten to, oh, that's a yes or no question. That's a yes or no. I don't have to give all this explanation. And he's like, when I first did it, he said, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So we
in
do
other
it
words, you don't have
together.
to give a
That's
story.
yeah,
Yeah.
You don't have to give the
I
story.
just ask the question. I don't have to have all the drama behind it. Yes or no. So we're
Yeah,
at that point now. Oh yeah, that's a yes or no question, because you're sending your own self through all the drama about it,
Right.
I learned that at Landmark. It's like sometimes, especially dealing with my Uncle Harold and his mental, he likes to give the whole story. It's like, I don't need all that. I just need a yes.
Yes or no.
And I'm like that with everybody.
yeah.
Yes or no. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
I
Don't
know,
need to
I know
tell the story.
Rev can catch me sometime when I'm about to go down and go around the corner and up the hill, and then you see her face come in. Oh yeah, okay, that's a yes or no. That's a yes or no.
So
Yes.
why did that irritate us so much? It really irritates me. When I asked a question, it's a yes or no, and you don't went to New York and came back.
Yeah, and when I see it, I catch myself. Okay, okay.
Irritating.
Oh my goodness gracious. So it is almost 9, almost 10, and I put a post in that tomorrow is Wednesday at 10:30, so right after the show, they will meet with us at the Detroit People's Food Co-op. So if you want to come, feel free to come. If you can't come and you have some questions that you want us to address, you should text those questions to me. And yeah.
Can
And
I say something real
we
quick?
we are
on the hour.
closed with the vendors. We are set. We are set.
Yay.
Everybody has paid. There's one sister that's, well, except for one, she said, I'm taking care of that in the morning. I have taken on the website, I put on there vendors full. And I removed any links. If they hit on anything, it won't do anything. So we are full. Now we can concentrate on our guests coming in. So if you have any ideas, tomorrow we can hit on some of those ideas. And as well, I have a wonderful guest coming Friday. And so I will put that out, the flyer for that out today. Danielle?
I just want to say, going to the Detroit People's Co-op is a great opportunity to get B-Will for the behind the scenes of the conference. For those of you that are posting about the conference, because the one thing we're not doing is posting the flyer 12,000 times, getting a different response. If you need help and assistance in the social media area, I am totally available. Because remember, everything is content and everything can be used to promote the conference. And if you haven't started posting, you need to kind of start doing it now, because we're getting close to the wire and it looks better. Instead of the Elizabeth conference posting by itself, our speakers talk about what you're going to talk about, invite other people, shout out 3 people that you want to show up to the conference. I have a whole guide that I sent to everybody, and if you didn't get it, get in touch with me. If you need help, if you don't know, hey, I don't know what a carousel is, I can show you what it is. Shout out to Mama Evelyn, because she been on it. Her and Queen Aduni have been on it. I've done FaceTime consultations with people to help them create a will, to help them get a story, to help them do whatever they need to do. So if it's something, if you got resistance on this because it's something that you don't know what you don't know, contact me. I'm a phone call away. We can make this happen. So shout out to Queen of Duty. Shout out to what is it? Mama Evelyn.
Deitra
Shout out to
on
Deitra.
about her
Right,
business.
Deitra, you've been TikToking. You've been on the TikTok scene, and I just gonna give you a little tip. The same videos you post on TikTok, post it to your Instagram story as a will. You don't have to do double duty. Just
Okay,
post it.
so Sister Danielle, you have a document you can email or something about how to do that for the
Elizabeth conference, yes. I'll send it to you. It's on Canva, and it's 30 days of posting. I even got the caption. I even tell you what day to do what. Day 28
Oh,
is
okay.
a wheel. Day 27 is a what is it, carousel. Day 25 is a post. And you just copy the caption. I made it so easy. You just gotta copy the caption, put your little razzle dazzle on it, and just shoot it out there. So we don't
Okay.
stop. We don't stop. We gotta go. It's another thing for people to look at on your page. So it's
Okay,
hammer time.
great.
And don't let anything stop you. If you don't know how to do all of that and you don't have the time, do what you do know how to do.
Right.
Do something every
Yeah.
day. Do something. If it's texting your friends and, telling them to go visit the website, just, don't let anything stop. Be unstoppable. Work with what you do know and continue learning what you don't know. How about that? Make that work.
Yeah, they say done is better than perfect. I got to get to doing.
And then just a reminder, Black Tech Saturday is this Saturday, the 13th, over at New Lab. I can't say anything right now, but I will in a couple of hours. We gonna need some assistance from all the Elizabeths. If we're not sharing and following each other, we got a problem. We need to be following everybody on Instagram and Facebook. And even if you don't want to post anything, I'm just on my resistance. Can you put a heart on something that we all post? Can you sit there, take 15 minutes while you're drinking your tea and just like? You can like it and you can share it, because I know we are quick to share other people's stuff, but we're not sharing enough of our own. Lolly does gigs, Killer Keisha got products, Queen of Dooney. We need to like each other. Chandra, look, we on the flyer. Hey, our names are on the flyer. Just follow us.
Yep.
Right.
All right. All right. We got a big old yawn from our leader. That means it's time to go.
You catch everything. Oh my God.
But I'm so proud of you, Deitra. I see you making these videos out here. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I'm trying. No. I am doing it. Yeah.
You're doing
right.
it, girl. You're doing the dog.
Do you notice that the more you do it, it gets a little bit easier each time you
It
do
gets
it?
easier. Yes. Because
Good
it's
job,
my
ladies.
first
Good
video.
job.
The first video, the music was too loud. My son was like, "Mom, that music is too loud." I was like, "Oh." So I learned how to cut the music down now. So
One thing or two or three things at a time,
there you go. That's right.
And then for me, I'll do something and then I'm like, how did I do that?
Right.
So it's all just let it be fun. Make it fun. Make it fun.
Fun. It's a learning process. Make everybody's first video always looks like crap when they do it. But when you keep constantly doing it, it gets better and better and better. And people don't even remember your first video because you did 10,000 by the time, they get to see, the real fancy stuff. So don't get caught up in your head that, oh my God, No, don't do that. And also, I'm gonna put it out there. I need every last guest to do a wheel about what they're going to talk about at the Elizabeth Visionary Conference. So you guys got homework. Because every last one of us are the guests. So put your makeup on, look pretty, put your Elizabeth t-shirt on, maybe have your, I can't find my mug in my bed. Bring your mug into it, talk about just a minute. Hey, I'm going to talk about
you need a t-shirt.
I need a t-shirt.
Yeah, you could get with Ebony. She's the one that makes our t-shirts. And because I think the last order that we did as a group was last year for the conference.
Right.
I think there were a few, but I'm not sure if they're gone. And but you can get one. And speaking of t-shirts, we're going to get the same t-shirts. I'm not going to have the ones on the back because that was not what the budget allowed. It'll be the same t-shirt if you, and the V-neck costs more. So it's going to be the regular t-shirt, and you can order separately for the you know, the V-neck or any other kind of
Apparel.
How much are they? And where can I get it? Who can I give the money to?
you can go online. Well, you can what is it? What were the t-shirts?
The order form is online on the website.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's on there. But you know, you can call me and we'll talk directly.
Put it in WhatsApp. We'll put Ebony's number in WhatsApp.
Okay.
So yeah, it's hammer time, y'all. It's hammer time.
All right, you
So,
guys.
Hammer time.
Hammer time. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you on tomorrow, Wednesday, if not before. Come and get your flyers. I had a real good, and volunteers. I got 3 young ladies that are volunteered, really sharp sisters. And I just thought about 2 brothers, young men, Maji's 2 sons that would gladly come and help us, assist us. So we need young people to help with moving stuff in and moving stuff out, or doing errands and running and stuff like that. So if you have those that would like to volunteer, I did use the word volunteer. Although I do want to like give them at least like 15, 20 bucks to be able to go and buy some food and stuff like that down.
Oh yeah, that would be
Want to
good.
be able to do that. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to the walkthrough tomorrow. And we do have the $1,000 down payment to pay, and it didn't have to come out of my pocket. Yeah. All right, give yourself a big old hug. And give the world a big hug. And sprinkle blessings of all kinds on yourself and others. Peace out.
peace out. Love you guys.